This summer solstice brings the launch of Synchronicity University. So excited about finally presenting you guys with a free, online, fully accessible data bank of astrology classes. You can watch lessons right now at synchronicityuniversity.com and of course my YouTube channel, nadiyashah.com. Hello, fabulous Capricorn. Welcome to your horoscope for the month of July 2015, Love Focus. I am your astrologer, Nadiya Shah. Thank you for being here. This month is such an important month in love for you, and this is thanks to two important phenomena taking place. One is a full moon in your sky, full moon in your sign right out of the gate. The second is a new moon in your opposite sign happening in the middle of the month. So normally you get one full moon in your sign a year. This is it for you. Normally you get one full moon in your sign. This is it. One new moon in your opposite sign. And this one is it for you. So matters of heart will be illuminated. You'll be facing some, in some cases difficult, in some cases obvious truths about yourself. And it will lead to a change in what you know you need to feel emotionally fulfilled. That in turn is going to lead to some brave and bold new beginnings in the context of love in the middle of the month. So let's break it down. If you are in an established bond, I do think that it is this new moon in the middle of the month that is going to be most important. It is going to represent for you a new chapter in the context of your bond, one that is based on a very full appreciation of what is actually going on within this dynamic. Now, this particular new moon is very busy. It's unusually very busy. Lots is happening in the sky simultaneously. The moon is really having a big old conversation, trying to talk to all kinds of different people at the same time, actually different planets at the same time. But this suggests to me to see, it's quite rare to see such an active lunar sky, such an active sky at a lunar moon. And when it does happen, it does suggest that the events that take place have far-reaching consequences. So there should be some really profound realizations, understandings that end up changing a lot of different things in areas of your life for you, not just in the realm of relationships. However, it does look like you are looking at your partner in a different lens. Your partner might need, whether asking you directly, intentionally, or not intentionally. It might just be that they can't help it, or their circumstance, or whatever the case may be. But if you're in an established bond, it's going to feel like your partner needs a lot of your energy very quickly. And you may, in all honesty, have some mixed feelings about that. It does look like because of a partner, you're doing a little bit of scrambling. You're trying to figure out your way forward. You're trying to figure out how to help. And in all the changes that your partner is likely to go through, it does look like you are saying to yourself, okay, where does this leave me? What does this mean for us? So it might be that your partner is going through a lot of shifts and a lot of changes, but you are going to have to at some point try and understand and try to figure out what that is going to mean for you in light of the things that are changing now. So lots is happening with your partner, and this eventually is going to lead you to evaluate and consider many different areas of your life as a result. But it does look like it's a big month for love. It's a big month for partnership for you, the kind that you're not going to see again for a really long time. And so if there ever was a time to say, okay, I'm going to prioritize my relationship, this would be it. If there ever was a time to gather the experiences you need to decide if this relationship is going to work for you in the bigger picture, this would also be it. If you are dating somebody, I do think also that this is going to be a lot of information, all of a sudden lots of demands, different aspects of them coming forward, and it's going to help you to understand more and more what do you want in love. I do feel that you may see things in this person that might be a little, I'm going to be really honest here, but there's an element to this new moon that is very determined. Okay, let me just say it. it looks like they may say some words that come across kind of aggressive and express them in a way that doesn't necessarily feel comfortable to you as well. And you're going to have to kind of decide, like, okay, is this, it might be that they just go off on a rant and you see this whole other side to them. And this is right around the middle of the month. It might be that it is directed at you. It might not have anything to do with you. But either way, it is very likely that you're going to see this whole other really passionate side that likely is going to come out verbally in terms of, like I said, a rant of some kind. And then you're going to have to figure out, what does this mean for me? Is this the kind of person I want to be with? The thing is, once that information is presented, it's hard to kind of close that door. Having said that, Venus will be in shadow and going retrograde late in the month. So I do feel like, okay, you can gather information and that's fine, and trust yourself and do what feels right to you. But a lot of the romantic decisions that we make this month, we are going to be revisiting and reconsidering. So later on this summer. So just to give you a little heads up on that. But at the end of the day, you have to trust yourself in what feels right for you in light of any given moment. And don't let anybody talk to you in a way that is not appropriate. You know if it's not appropriate, even though it may not even be about you or directed at you in any sense. Once you see a certain display, it's hard to unsee it. For those of you who are open to meeting somebody new, I do think there should be somebody there. When there's a new moon in your opposite sign, someone new does show up. Now there's, as I said, there's lots of very passionate, very almost aggressive energy to this. The person might want a lot of your time right away. You might meet somebody, they come across as very, very passionate, especially in terms of the language that they're using. Because of that language angle, it makes me think maybe this is just somebody that you meet online at first, or you are exchanging messages with at first before it becomes something more, if it develops into something more. But it does look like ultimately when there is a new moon in your opposite sign, the universe wants you to see something new within yourself as reflected in the eyes of another. And as such, there tends to be somebody who does show up to help you learn some of these things. But for all that, the experiences that you do have, while there is that potential there for it to be long-term, it does look like regardless of how long-term it lasts, it might just be a very short meeting, it might be more, but regardless, it does seem to leave an impact. It does seem to be an important turning point for you in the context of understanding yourself in love. What I love about this month for you is that there is activity. There is going to be learning, and there is certainly progress as well. You're coming to understand who you are in love differently, and you're coming to see different parts of yourself differently thanks to love. And that ultimately is when love is at its best.